Okay, let's go.
All right.
Okay.
This is Boudou
Okay.
in his man cave. In my man cave here with the one and only Jake Marcus. So Jake, Jake is a graduate, but because in the spirit of Torah, I will give you a Devar Torah in front of all these idols. Look around here. And you see something very crazy. Look at this, the Nick retired numbers. Walt Frazier, Dick Barnett, Earl the Pearl, Willis Reed. 613. What is 613? Jake, what is 613 symbolize?
613 mitzvot.
It's the mitzvot in the Torah. What in the world is it doing here? That's my question to you.
It should be with the Sixers, not the Knicks. That's the truth.
But the question is, right? The Talmudic question is, what is 613 doing in the rafters of Madison Square Garden? The president was net Irish during those days. He wasn't Jewish. So why 613? So I'll give you my Devar Torah. This is true. Red Holtzman was the coach. Red Holtzman was a Jew from Cedarhurst, Long Island. He's laughing. He doesn't think I'm done. He won in his career 613 basketball games. And that's why this number is in the rafters of Madison Square Garden. Wow. How do you like that? You didn't think you'd get a Devar Torah here.
No, I did not.
And this is the team. This is the team. Bill Bradley signed. Phil Action Jackson, the man who's messed up the Knicks forever. Willis Reed. Walt Frazier I was with last week with my friend Joe Glassman. I have a picture. I'll show you, Jake, afterwards. We took a picture together. I was at the game. He's their broadcaster, Jerry Lucas. And the coach was Red Holtzman. So that's that. Even in my basement, even in this crazy atmosphere, we have we always are able to bring some Torah to the table. Jake Marcus is one of my favorite people, and his story is not the typical story. He came to Abrams. When did you come to Abrams, Jake?
Transferred in about 7th grade, if I believe that's correct.
7th grade.
Yeah, 7th grade. I was previously at Perlman, just needed to change the scenery. Came over to Abrams, and ever since then it's been incredible. I remember I made a few friends quickly with a few of the Israelis.
Right.
Some too I'm very close with to this day. And then shortly after, I would say we went to the Abrams trip the following year for graduation. I was a little hesitant at first. I remember I was talking to my dad about it, and he said, you can't say no to something you haven't tried. I remember you and Mr. Pinker in particular were pretty particular about making sure I went and everybody else went. And, I mean, that was definitely one of the trips of a lifetime. I mean, we had a great
What was your
experience.
favorite time on the trip? I'll tell you my favorite time with you. On the beach in Tel Aviv.
Oh.
But we won't talk about that.
No, we won't.
We won't talk about that. It was, and if his parents are watching, it was only fun. Nothing,
Yes,
nothing happened.
100%.
Nothing. But he was a real good guy there on the beach at night. And anyway, so what was your favorite part of the trip?
There were two favorite parts. One was Svat. That was incredible. The Friday night davening,
Right.
going in the streets and singing with everybody and seeing Chayalim out there. That was just a lot of fun. And then the second part was when there was a dedication we did in Jerusalem with the Torah.
Right.
And that was a lot of fun as well. We walked up and down there, shook singing and dancing. We received our graduation. We did our graduation up there,
Yep.
right? We received
Yep.
our diplomas up there. And, I mean, it was great. We had a great time. I had a great time. Those two were my most favorite times of the trip. And I remember after that, I really started going to Israel a lot more. I went to Israel that following summer. I did Chetz V'Keshet. And then I would say my sophomore year of high school is when I decided I was going to go into the Army.
And you went in the Army.
I went into the Army.
Right. Right. I remember, how about the time when you were not a student and you worked You were working on the trip.
I was in Madrid. That's right. I went twice. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. What was that, my sophomore and junior year of high school? The second time my friend Yossi Coleman came with us.
All right, I remember Yossi. Yeah.
We had a great time. But it was nice because after experiencing the trip myself, I was able to talk to a bunch of the kids about my experiences. And B, it was nice seeing some of my peers like Jacob Cousins. I saw Gold, a few of the kids,
right,
all growing up and going to Israel and then Barak and bouncing all over.
I remember I did something to you, Jake, that was crazy.
You did quite a few things.
Well, what? You know,
Was this the shawarma?
The shawarma! I remember he wanted... I said, Jake, I'm going to buy your shawarma sandwich, but I'm going to load it with the food.
Whatever you want to put in.
And I'll tell you the truth, Jake did not finish that sandwich.
No, I did not.
He could not finish it. But I also remember when I went to Petra with the Lazarowski guys, my wife, and Joe Glassman, and you had this crazy deal that you had to bring our luggage. You had to bring the luggage from, where was it? From Tel Aviv.